So we need to talk about the LG C2 and the LG C1. Now, I've been going on for ages about how I think the LG C2 is a fantastic TV, and let's be honest, it is a fantastic TV. It's not perfect, and there are obviously other TVs out there that are better at certain things, but sometimes they're not as good value, and sometimes there are TVs out there that are worse, but they're much better value. And as much as I love the C2, I think if you buy it, you're going to be super happy with it. Ultimately, at the end of the day, for most people, you shouldn't buy the LG C2. How dare you! Shots fired, I know. But there's a very, very solid reason for that, and it comes down to numbers. Ultimately, at the moment, the LG C2 just isn't worth the money. Before I go any further, I'm not saying that people who've bought the LG C2 shouldn't have bought the LG C2. And I'm not saying that if you still, after watching this video, decide to buy an LG C2, that you're making a mistake. But I'm sort of talking generally for majority of people who will watch this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the circumstances in which you should be buying an LG C2 and the circumstances in which you should be looking for something else. So if you've ever been tracking TVs from when they get released to eventually when they stop getting sold, you will know that there is a massive drop in price incoming for any newly released TV. Now that could be thousands of pounds or it could be a couple of £100, but the point stays the same. For the majority of people, you should not be buying a TV when it is first released. Now there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. The first reason, the TV is more expensive than it will ever be. The chances of that TV going up in price are very, very slim, and the chances of it going down in price, well, I mean, it's almost 100% certain. So if you're looking to get the best deal, it will not be on a newly released TV. The second reason is that the jumps in TV specs aren't necessarily as big as the jumps in prices. So I've done a massive long video comparing the LG C2 to the LG C1, and the LG C2 in a lot of ways is a much better TV, but doesn't mean it's better value. For example, on the 55-inch, you're probably going to be spending about £800 more just to get the upgrade from the C1 that you can still buy now. As of right now, in May 2022, the best deal you're going to be getting for a C-series LG OLED is going to be the LG C1. What sacrifices are you making? What upgrades are you missing out on? Well, the motion's better on the C2, the out-of-the-box colours are better on the C2, and there are some new features that actually are quite good, but are those differences worth £800? To most people, probably not. One of the other reasons why you shouldn't buy an LG C2 right now is that if you want those upgrades, in a few months, the prices are going to drop down. When Black Friday comes around, you're going to be turning when you find out that you missed out on a £600, £700 saving. And for the larger sizes, it's going to be over £1,000 difference. So in those circumstances, I just think buying an LG C2 would be a mistake. However, it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy an LG C2 now. So sometimes it depends on what you want, and it depends on circumstance. Now, if you want a TV now, I'd recommend getting the LG C1 because the value is so much better. But if you want a TV now and you want an upgrade from the LG C1, then get the Samsung S95B. No, I'm joking. At the moment, that is much more expensive than an LG C2, so that's just put that aside for one moment. But if you want a TV that is an upgrade on the LG C1 and you need a TV now because your TV's broken or there's an issue or you need a TV for a second room that you've renovated and it's missing one, then yeah, it's going to be more expensive, but that could be worth it to you to have a TV 6 months earlier. And the other thing we need to think about is the sizes of the TVs. The LG C1 doesn't have the 42-inch, and if you really want a 42-inch for a desk or just for like a bedroom or something, then you'd have to get the LG C2. Again, I normally would recommend waiting until the price comes down, but for some people that's not an option. And I mean, the third option is that you just have more money and it doesn't really bother you to spend the little bit extra to get the better TV. Some people won't agree with that, but it's not their money, it's your money. So why should you care what they think? Ultimately, look, it's entirely personal choice, but I would recommend doing the following. If you want the LG C2 and you can wait, just wait. Wait it out another 6 months. It's going to come down in price massively. However, if you want the LG C1, now's the time to buy it. In the next 6 months, that one is probably not going to change in price much. You might find the odd one-off deal in a specific shop, but LG isn't going to reduce it any further. They're not going to be selling it any cheaper, and they're going to stop making them. So if you want to buy an LG C1, do it as soon as you can, because the deals are probably as good as they're going to get. That being said, if you did want to wait 6 months, chances are the LG C2 isn't going to be much more expensive than what the C1 is now. So if you do wait 6 months and you get a better TV discounted, great. If you want a TV now and you don't care about it being the best you can buy for an LG C series, then get the LG C1. And if you just want the best TV you can get, then get a QD OLED. I haven't tested one, and I really probably need to try and go see one if I can. Does anyone have them in the UK? Anyone have them in the UK? And guys, I want to hear your opinion. Comment down below in the comments, just to let me know what your thoughts are. Am I speaking nonsense? Am I speaking pure wisdom? I think I am. And guys, if you want to see my comparison of the LG C1 and the C2, click here. If you want to see my C2 review, click here. And subscribe, so I see you in the next one. Whoop!